Biological functions are best explained by engineering principles. Now, this is a thought that Institute for Creation Research, who's based now in Dallas, used to be in California, and they got wise, and as Dr. Boss said, everything comes back to Texas eventually, right? And ICR is now here in Texas. They're launching a new biological initiative, which they call CET. It stands for Continuous Environmental Tracking. This is a pioneering, I think it's going to be a groundbreaking, design-based, organism-focused method of biological adaptation. Their thinking is that engineering and biology should go together there. And they're thinking about writing a whole curriculums and textbooks and basically introducing this into schools that will accept it. A whole new way of looking at biological organisms from an engineering perspective. The president of ICR, Randy Galuja, comes to us from the Navy. He basically has medical experience and he has engineering experience. And I think this is going to be a wonderful thing for ICR and for creation science. Geology is pretty much intact now. Geology had a lot of catching up to do in creation science. When creation science first started, the 1960s, 1970s, the new creation movement. But now with catastrophic plate tectonics and the work that Dr. Timothy Clary is doing with oil well data, who's basically plotted oil well data from around the world and has actually explained the Genesis flood of Genesis 6 through 9, continent by continent. And he's seeing the same patterns at the same levels, continent by continent. He's done North America. He's already plotted all the geological data for South America, Africa, and Europe. And he's working on Asia now. And that, together with what's called catastrophic plate tectonics, I think is going to nail the science down for explaining the rock record and the fossil record. But in biology, the students are still being taught that organisms are accidents, that organisms basically evolved by chance, random, blind, mindless processes. And yet we look at animals and some of their design features and we say, no, these animals were engineered specifically for specific environments there. And they're not a chance combination of molecules there, because this has a lot to say about who we are also, right? We're definitely not an animal. We're created in God's image, but our bodies were still formed from the same earth material as those fowls were on day 5 and as land creatures were on day 6, right? Genesis 2:7, it says that Adam's body was formed from the dust of the earth, from the chemical elements of the earth's crust, from the Adamah, the Hebrew word for ground, the Adamah, which is why Adam has the name that he has, right? Adam, from the Adamah there, right? So ICR will be launching this new way of looking at biology. Started last year. We're continuing on into this year. We need to be praying for that.